are you laughing?
What would your one question be to Tommy?
Oh, boy.
What would your one question be to Elvis?
Oh, my God.
Why are you gay?
You are gay.
Who's that one for?
The After Party Podcast. Hey! The party's over. We're kind of, picking up ashtrays.
Cleaning off the sticky floor.
You know what? I hate. Clean that one up over there. Danielle, it's over by you. Someone put their cigarette out in a wine glass full of wine.
Disgusting.
Anyway, we're cleaning up after the party. Tommy DiDario is here.
Hi, Tommy.
Hey, guys. Hi.
Yep. Talk about your podcast. Tell them how great your podcast is.
Oh, my God. Well, I love it. It's a lot of fun. It's called I've Never Said This Before. Every Tuesday, I drop a celebrity interview. Every Friday, I drop a Tommy Talk where I take on a hot debate and we talk about it based on something I've gone through. And it's been wild. I just had Anna Camp on. You might know her from Pitch Perfect. Mm-hmm. She also played the twins in You. And she's in Scream 7, and she has a very big role in Scream 7, and I got the first interview post-release of the film.
Look at that.
So
but she also said something that she would never say anywhere else on your podcast.
She did. She revealed for the very first time that at 43 years old, she has come out as bisexual.
Oh, wow.
And she is proud and wants it to be out there to show other people. It's never too late to figure out who you are. And we just had a beautiful conversation about it. And I woke up yesterday and it was everywhere. And I texted her and I said, "Are you okay? Like, this is everywhere. Like, people interested in the weekly."
She didn't think anyone listened.
Right? And no, she said, "You know what? I had a feeling this bite would get picked up and I was okay with it."
Aww,
so it's nice that she came on and felt safe enough to drop that and it took on a life of its own. So that's why I love the show. People come on and share things they've never said before, which is really cool. And then on Fridays, which has become a favorite, which Andrew Puglisi told me to start, I take on a topic. So I've talked about everything from like when it's time to tell your friend their partner sucks, to when it's time to let go of a friendship, to I think next week is 90s nostalgia is back and we're talking all about that. So it's just fun little 10-minute episodes that you can listen to when you're getting ready.
You know what? Nate will be listening to the 90s nostalgia is back episode because he's a fan of the 1890s.
Oh, yeah. It's 1890s.
Yeah, of course.
Use some of that language you used back in the 1890s.
Oh, Tommy's not going to hornswoggle me out of this.
Oh,
wow. 1890s. Hornswoggling.
I noticed that Tommy becomes friends with a lot of the people he interviews. Like, I know Jennifer Love Hewitt was like one of his celebrity people that he loved and he obsessed over growing up. And now he's at her house sleeping over. It's like crazy.
Yeah, that was a really fun interview. And we just hit it off. And it's funny because I think a lot of people feel after a long conversation with me safe. And, I'm not close like that with everybody. That's a very rare occasion. But I do keep in touch with a lot of people. And I think it's because they know I don't want anything from them. Yeah. Like, just come on, let's have a good time. I want to make you look good. Yes, I want an interesting interview. I'm not trying to get you, though. Like, it's just I don't know. You just can pick up on that with someone.
You're
now, trust me,
nice guy.
Well, there are also people who sometimes won't get the hint. And I'm like, okay, I'm not a therapist. I don't need to hear all the problems in your life.
Well, name them.
I'm not naming those.
Damn it, Tommy.
No,
it could be something you've never said before.
Right?
Come on, Tommy. We're giving you a moment to be interesting on our podcast.
Let's just say some very hot young Hollywood people.
Are they trying to get a piece?
No, they're not trying to get a piece.
You're married, right?
Yeah, well, do half the people care about that out there in the world, Elvis?
True.
Yeah, everyone wants to do someone.
Yeah, I mean, but no, they're not trying to get a piece. But it's fun. It's really fun. I love it. I love the people. I love the show. I'm grateful for you for giving me the platform. It's been awesome. And I really do think it's something different out there. A lot of the stuff you listen to is the same old. And this is a fresh, different perspective.
That's awesome.
That's exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Look, I'm a student when it comes to watching people's interview styles because everyone's different.
You're a pro.
Well, I think I've become great at it because I am fans of people who do great interviews. You do great interviews. Gandhi does fantastic interviews on her podcast.
Yep.
And, but we all have our different way of doing it. What is your go-to, I don't want to say trick, but Tommy, what do you do to like pull the trigger and go boom? And every single time they're going to come back and they're going to talk. They're going to let it all out. They're going to tell you things that they would not say otherwise.
This is going to sound really basic and probably like duh, but I make it about them. I think there's so many people who do what we do, especially in this day and age of, non-students of the craft and influencers who just want to get up and have their moment and go viral and make it all about them. They don't like that. They could see right through that. They can smell a fake. And I genuinely want to listen to who I'm talking to. And like, I'm interested. That's why I do what I do. It's not BS. It's like, I want to hear your story. So I give them the space to say what they want to say without jumping in every 5 seconds, without cutting them off. Yes, still steering the conversation to where I want it and need it to go, but it's their time. And I think they pick up on that. So from the beginning, from question one, they could breathe and they realize like, oh, he's not trying to make this about the Tommy show and, make this all crazy and be swinging from the ceiling. And like, it's like, no, come on my show, come in my space. It says, we're in my living room. Like, let's have a conversation and let's make it about you. So that for me, like the number one thing feedback wise I get is you're a really good listener. And I pride myself on that because I want people to feel that.
Well, I'm a good listener because I'm hearing what you're saying, Tommy. All the things you say you don't do, I do.
You are masterful at what you do.
I make all interviews about me.
You don't.
We had Joe Coy, the comedian, on not too long ago, and he's like, every time I come in to talk about me, Elvis, it's you talking about you.
Why? But wait, to counteract that, there's a reason why you've been doing this so long and people keep coming back. It's because you make them feel a certain way. You make them feel special. You make them feel heard. You make them feel like they can be themselves. And I think that's really important.
And you don't look for the salacious stuff either. You have this protective nature where they feel safe coming in here and talking to you.
But hold on. Do you see what I did?
Yes.
I just did it right there.
I didn't play into it.
I made this interview with Tommy and about you, about me.
And see what I did? I made it about you.
See?
That's what I do.
God, it's
That's what I do.
Oh, this is
You are a master.
Yes.
Masterful.
I don't know. What are you going to do?
But that's what it's all
Tommy's
about.
right, though. It's about listening to people.
What?
You heard me. It's about listening to people because sometimes you have a train of thought and it's going somewhere, but then they say something that you have to react to.
100%.
So you just got to drop what you were going to. I've worked with people in the past that they have, I want to say itis, and they barrel over something that somebody just said that is very interesting and deserves a follow-up because they had the thought in their brain of, I want to say this.
Right.
And it's so painful to listen to.
And it's too scripted. Like, you got to give space for a conversation to breathe. Like, I have my ideas, but it's going to go where it's going to go.
Yeah.
Which you all do well.
It's Larry King. Familiar with that guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was around for many, many years, passed away. He was on CNN. I think that was his last gig. Great interviewer. He would go into an interview, and everyone knows it. He would go into the interview with one question. He would start with that question. They would answer, and that answer they gave would lead him to his next question. Mm-hmm. That's the ultimate in listening. It really is. Why are you laughing?
What would your one question be to Tommy?
Oh, boy.
What would your one question be to Elvis?
Oh, my God.
Why are you gay?
You are
Who's that one for?
Why would that be the question?
It's that thing with the guy and the...
You are gay.
You
are gay.
You gay.
Why are you gay? Gandhi's favorite question is, who hurt you as a child?
Yes.
That's a good one.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Don't use that.
That's a good one. Tells you a lot about somebody.
No. Larry would walk in and go, "Okay, I've got Tommy DiDario," however he talked, and I listen to your interviews all the time, Tommy, and I always find that you really get to the heart of the matter out of the chute. You don't save the good stuff for later in the podcast questionnaires list. You go right for the gusto. Why do you do that? Why does it work for you? And then you would answer that, and from your answer, he would come up with a follow-up question.
he was massive.
And he would do that for an hour.
Yeah.
With one question.
Nowadays, a lot of teams and publicists and managers say, "Can I get the questions ahead of time?" And I'm like, "No, absolutely
face.
not.
That was going to be my
Absolutely
question.
not.
When you're covering carpets for Extra, how has this changed over the last few years with celebrities? You find them that they're more guarded, or
100%, because they don't need to do that anymore. They can open up their phone and say something for 3 minutes and probably say something even better than what they want to say on a carpet. It's different with a podcast because it's a long form, so no one's going to open their phone and talk for 40 minutes. That's awkward and weird. So that's why people love doing this format. And in my opinion, this format is eventually going to surpass broadcast.
Oh, 100%. It already is, I think.
Yeah.
I was saying to Nate the other day, a lot of the artists that used to come on our show are now going on the Call Her Daddy podcast and other podcasts instead, and they're not coming to see us, which is very strange to me, but that's how it's going.
Well, that's wild to me because you guys still crush it. Like, I'm talking about the broadcast entertainment nighttime
well, how do you get
shows.
the gold
Even
in
that
30
too,
seconds?
though.
Somebody's walking by and you got to flag somebody down. How do you get to it right there?
Luckily, this is why I say, like, God bless everyone out there who wants to do what they want to do and open their phone and create a career. I respect it and appreciate it, but it's a relationship business. So I know a lot of their teams now from being in it. And I'll say, like Jonathan Bailey at Jurassic World talked to nobody. He came late. He had to go introduce the movie. He had 2 minutes to do it. carpet. He talked to E! News because they are NBC sponsor of the carpet, and then he started leaving, and then he saw me, and I know him from doing something else with him. And he cut everyone on the carpet and came right to me, and his PR was like, 2 questions, he's got to introduce the movie. That's a relationship, right? He didn't have to stop for me. He likes me, we know each other, cut everyone else off, cut extra off who I wasn't even with. I was with IMDb that night. Whoops. And that's just what it's about. So like you have to form genuine, real connections, and not fake ones either. You all know that. Like there's so much fakery in our business.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's like Rihanna. Rihanna will only do, here it comes back to Elvis again. Rihanna will only do Elvis.
Well,
Yeah.
it's been 20 years.
I know, but she doesn't
She hasn't
do.
done anything.
But she hasn't done anything.
No, she doesn't do
but
much.
But last time we were a place, they were like, she will only do Elvis.
Taylor
And
Swift
she's like,
only did Elvis
Yeah.
in radio.
Yeah. That's a big deal.
That was recently.
She did Ryan.
But you know what I mean? There's you know, a lot of times they do the circuit, right?
Right.
They go to this person, that person. A lot of people, when they get to a point of the career, they're doing 2 people.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
May I
Or
tell you a
one.
story? Something that happened once, and going back to these entertainment shows that are on. What do you call them? The magazine shows for.
Yeah, the nighttime entertainment shows.
Yeah, those. So I was doing an interview with Justin Bieber in my apartment. They brought they tore my apartment apart, putting all the lights up and everything. They turned it into a studio. I had catering, everything. Bought him some shoes. He took a nap on my bed. Whatever. He comes out and does the interview, and they say, "Well, we need for you to ask Justin Bieber these questions." And I looked down the questions and said, "This is really not what I would ask Justin Bieber." They were very, 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 very pointed questions about
Salacious.
Yeah.
salacious and his delicate relationship with his mother, this and that. And I said, "Guys, I feel uncomfortable." And they said, "Well, that's what we need for this interview." And I did it, and I could see him just crumble up. And I'm like, "This guy's never going to trust me ever again." I don't think I've done anything since then, really.
With Biebs?
Wow.
What?
No, nothing.
What interview? What?
Keep going. Keep
Interview.
going.
Interview. Pause. Okay. Good. So I would rather. So I've never did another Entertainment Tonight, another ET interview after that.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not going to play their game. You got to be true to yourself. For instance, Gandhi is fantastic at her interview selections for her podcast. She only interviews people she's interested in.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
Makes sense.
But that's what a podcast should be.
Yeah.
So why we're interviewing you, I don't know.
I know. The greatest mystery of all. The greatest mystery. But it's true. You have to like who you're talking to. I mean, for your own show. Like
Yeah.
when you work for another show, you do what you have to do. But when it's yours, of course.
So Bill Nye is one of my favorite people. I know he's got a lot of mixed reviews out there, but I think he's fascinating. And he said, everyone you will ever meet knows something that you do not. And I think it's sort of our jobs as interviewers to find something like that and find the thing that they know that we don't know about and explore that. I'm just kind of curious, and I enjoy asking a lot of questions.
Yeah.
She's the best at it.
Yeah.
I'm annoying.
But
No.
sometimes in our business, on our show, we are asked to interview people that we're not really all that interested in.
Right.
But we bring them in and we make it interesting, and that's easy to do.
Some people make it easy, though. Some people make it easy for you to just have fun with them.
You know what we should all investigate at some point? Remember we got those 7 laws of interviewing?
Yes.
Those were great. And I think that
Did you get
they're
that list?
incredibly important.
I don't know if I got that.
It's from a good friend of ours in the podcast business.
And it made me stop and think about the way that I talk to people and engage with people. And, a big one is when they're answering a question, don't cut them off.
Yep.
Let them finish their question. Even if something pops into your head, let them finish their answer. And then if your question is relevant, ask your question. Because it might not be, and you might completely throw them off the track of what they were talking about.
Sort of goes back to what Nate was saying earlier. You're so busy thinking about what you're going to ask them next in your head that you're not listening to what they're saying.
Exactly.
Yep.
So there's that.
Yeah.
I'm bored.
Okay.
Interview over.
Interview over. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.